Good morning, happy Monday. Welcome back to Time to Laugh. My name's Haley. I'm excited to be here for another Twitch stream. I am excited to just dive right in. I am going to start a new book today, and I am very excited because it's a little bit different. I actually had a viewer last week send me the link to one of their short stories that they wrote. And so I'm gonna start that and read it on stream today because I didn't have time to read it during my week. So I'm gonna read that. It's a short story, so it's a little bit shorter. So I'll probably finish that. And then that same viewer, Sklo Gamer was the tag. I They helped me pick out this book to start because my last couple books that I've read on stream have been romances, and so I wanted to try something a little bit different. So this one is more of a like fantasy, and so I will probably start that one. Just depends on how long the short story takes me, but I'm very excited to dive in. If you are new, welcome in. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Happy to have you in the stream, regardless of whether you're new or returning. And if you would like to say hi in the chat, you're more than welcome. I love when you guys drop in and say hi or ask questions. And but if not, that's totally fine. You can just lurk, or you can just hang out. You can read your own book at the same time. You can read along with me, whatever you would like. So I'm just gonna dive right in. I need to take a drink of water really quick. I'll just be honest and say that this has been so surprisingly fun for me to do this. I am still very new to the whole Twitch streaming thing, and I know this is a very niche topic and like style of stream, because I know a lot of people just know Twitch for like people that stream video games and stuff, which would maybe love to get into like reactions and stuff at some point to like shows or movies or whatever. But I just love reading. I love the like you have to use your imagination. I love that you get to escape the real world a little bit for a short amount of time, and I love that there's so many different genres. I love that it can be so thought-provoking. It can like bring out emotions in you that you didn't know you had. And I just know that there's so many people that love to read, and I feel like we went through a time in society where reading was just not just people just didn't do it very often. And I feel like there's been a resurgence as of late for readers in general, and like there's so much more content now about reading and just people that are reading and sharing their journey and sharing reviews on books, and I just love that. I could literally talk about books for hours, and I just enjoy it so much. And so that was part of the reason why I started this Twitch stream, was just that I wanted to bring the joy that I find from reading to other people. And then also just build a community and find like-minded people that also love to read and also love to talk to people about books and read books with people and all the different things. And so I have really enjoyed this experience, and I definitely want to continue it regardless of if I have 0 viewers or if I have 50 or if I have 700, who knows. But it's helped me realize and be so grateful for our ability to create things. I feel like that's a journey that God has been bringing me on lately, of just reminding me that we are meant to create things. And I feel like our culture and our society has gotten so into consuming, and we're constantly consuming things. We're consuming media, we're consuming the news, we're consuming all the different things. And obviously reading is a type of consuming, but I also think that you have to be in a state of creativity to imagine things in your brain and think about the story, and even just the way that your emotions and your body react to reading. It's a sense of creation. And so I have just been getting back into creating in general, and this is part of that process, is creating something that hopefully people enjoy watching. and just creating a space for people to come in and just hang out and have fun and laugh and cry and talk about life. And recently started an Instagram, which I haven't really gotten my, vibe on there yet or strategy quite yet, but I'm excited to kind of just be more consistent and have that be kind of a landing page for all the things that are happening. Because I linked this Twitch channel to that. And then I also started a Substack recently. I've only written one article so far. But I'm really excited to keep doing that just because I've always liked writing a lot. I always loved it in school. And I've written a lot of poetry in the past. And I honestly, it would be a dream of mine to write a book one day. I have no context for that. I have no idea what I would write about, but I do think it would be super fun. So, anyways, that was a whole long thing, but genuinely, my main goal with this is to continue to create a space for people to find like-minded individuals, have fun, and honestly just find joy in connection, joy in creation, joy in life in general. And that's something that I always want to be carrying around in my life, is just the joy of the Lord, honestly. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit of that backstory. And yeah, I guess we'll just dive into it. So, okay, so this short story that I got from a viewer, Sklo Gamer was the tag. They sent me the link to it. It's called The Woodsman and the Water Nymph. And it's a short story, so I think it's, as far as my Kindle says, it's only 30 pages. But yeah, so I'm just going to dive right in, and I will, as always, I will stop and talk to you guys about things that are coming up, or just discuss what's happening, or kind of explain what's happening. And as always, I will react in the most genuine and honest way that I do, because that's just what I do. And that's part of the reason why I started the Twitch stream, because I knew that people find it entertaining. So, okay, here we go. Part 1. Interesting. So far what we know is that, so there's 2 brothers, Elijah and Levi, and they live with their grandma, Joan, which is funny because I also have a grandma, Joan. And they are kind of fending for themselves. Their parents left them. They don't really know why. But then the grandma just revealed to them that she's been getting checks from the parents. So she has no communication with them, but they've been sending money to help them, like, buy things. And Elijah, the older brother, is very angry about it, and Levi is a little bit more on the fence because he doesn't have as many good memories with his parents. He just got nabbed by the water nymph. Such an interesting concept of, like, sirens and water nymphs and stuff, that they, like, sing songs and entrap men. I mean, it's got something it was based off of, I guess. What the heck? So he woke up, he was tied up with big leaves, but he got out and he was, like, in a tree or something. And then he got out. Sorry, I'm like reskimming it just to make sure I understand everything that's happening. And then he was by the spring that he was at already, like the water, and then all his gear and everything was there, so he grabbed it and then he just walked home. It's interesting that they're treating her like she's a regular girl, when it said that she has, like, gill like things, like, for her ears, and she had green hair. So Elijah, the older brother, thinks it's dumb to go into the city because he is loving the like self-sufficient lifestyle because they live in the forest, and he's like, I can just, take what I want, hunt, get all our food, whatever. Versus working in the city, you're working for paper that you then use to buy goods. But then Levi, the younger brother, is like wanting to know more about life beyond what they've already known. Interesting. Okay, so he swam in the pool for a bit, and then he's walking back home, and she like runs into him, pins him up against the tree with a knife, and says, "You brought men to destroy my trees. Tell me why I shouldn't slit your throat." He's like, "What do you mean? I don't know those people. We're harmless." Interesting. It's interesting because it feels kind of like old time where they're fending for themselves, but they have a TV, and he just mentioned the Flintstones. So it's almost giving me like post apocalyptic a little bit. It's magic. It's like Rapunzel's hair entangled. It's a little bit jumpy. It's like their conversation and then something, and then it goes back to like a project they're working on, and then their conversation, and then oh, and there's cars. Okay, so then a guy from the government just showed up and told the grandma that their house sits on 30 acres of woodland and they'd like to create a city there. So they're offering 25,000 if they sell the land. Which 25,000 for 30 acres? I mean, I guess it depends on what era, like what time era we're thinking about, but that is not worth it. Oh, look at that. She started reading the documents and then she says, "Absolutely not." This indicates my property value is estimated at 500,000, not the amount you're trying to offer me. Let's go. The guy threatened, basically threatened to take them to court, and says that they'll get the property regardless, so you might as well sign it and take the 25,000, even though that's chump change compared to what it's worth. Okay, so now they're thinking about leaving. Oh, now Levi's going out to check on Lynn, the water nymph. Okay, so they just sold the land in the woodlands and they're gonna live in the city, and they're gonna kind of start over. They're not happy about it, but the grandma is like, "You kind of need to know how to live without me here because she's a grandma." Oh, within a year of living in the city, Elijah found love and then had babies. Oh my gosh. Levi still pining after the water nymph. Okay, so the grandma got a letter, or had a letter from the parents, and it basically said, "You're probably wondering why we left. Your father got a job in the city, but it was 2 hours away, so it wouldn't have made sense to like go in every day. So he stayed close to his job. I had to stay with him. I had to help him, and they were planning on coming back, but they ended up the company that he was working for was in a bunch of shady activities or something, and so they had them like trapped basically. And the letter said, if you're reading this, something happened to me, your dad, or both of us. So just know that we loved you." Hmm. A woodsman and a water nymph. Okay, that was it. Short little story. That was cute. The It's always funny with short stories because I feel like they can definitely be good and like wrapped up, but at the same time I'm like I kind of want to know more. Like I wish it was a more full story, you know? But that was cute though. I liked it. That was a good little read. Finished it on, I'm going to update my little Goodreads. Perfect. That's a one nice thing about Kindle is that especially if you're reading something on like Kindle Unlimited or something, it gives you a it can connect to your Goodreads, so then automatically like says that you're reading it or updates your thing, which is kind of nice. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can get. Well, anyways, I'll do that later. But